Sven's mother was actually in a care home when she died, so she didn't die at home, so her death was a bit more of a sort of a hybrid in a way. But we then brought her home when the family were gathered, and we held a kind of a wake for her with us all gathered. And then we took her to the crematorium and had a little ceremony there, and then she was cremated. And the undertaker who we were working with brought her ashes back to Forres, and in the meantime Sven and his brothers again went to the workshop and made a wooden box for the ashes, and her ashes then were buried with her husband here on the farm.
With my mother we worked with an undertaker, so we had sort of part of the process at home and part of the whole thing, and taken on by us and empowered by us, but working in cooperation with the undertaker, and that was a good experience, because he was very willing to accommodate and to participate in a slightly alternative arrangement, and he was a great support because he had all the knowledge about, you know, the logistics of what needs to be taken care of. So so that's something I would encourage anyone to do, is to talk to the professionals and have advice and to have support in that respect, because sometimes people will maybe just choose to have the body for a little while and then go to a conventional funeral, or you know, there's so many variations to it. Those, what's called a wake, which is prior to burial, that has a different feel and a different there's a different experience of saying goodbye and connecting with memories and feelings, to just going to the funeral. So I think I have in more conventional funeral situations I have missed in some instances that close, quiet sitting with the person, the body, the coffin, whatever. Just that, where there's no words, where there's none of the ceremonial kind of funeral, or the priest or whoever is directing the service and things like that. It's very different, and I think that has a real quality to it that having experienced it, I miss it sometimes in other funeral situations.
It's like a lot of these sort of significant life experiences. I think it's important for people to have the choice to do what sits best with them, and different countries have different practices, different cultures, different regulations around all of these things, whether it's giving birth or whether it's dying. You know, it's interesting how that varies from country to country in terms of what's allowed and what's not allowed. But certainly being born and dying are such significant events in a person's life, and I think the period that we've been through now for some 100 years of it being removed from the home has been very disruptive of a process which is a natural part of the life cycle and the life process.